people in Woodlawn are demanding protection from rising rents and taxes due to the Obama Presidential Center in Jackson Park.
I will not be displaced from my area because Lori Lightfoot refuses to hear me out.
The people who go benefit from it are not the people who live in the community.
What do we want?
CBA!
When do we want it?
Now!
Community benefits agreements are typically agreements between corporations and the community to ensure that displacement doesn't happen around the community. With the upcoming Obama Presidential Center, we believe that it will add value to the community. But what our fight is for is to make sure that when the center arrives here, that it actually serves the community that it's in.
We had some greedy landlords over here that jumped rents, $200, $300, $400 a month on average working class people. That cannot be tolerated.
Construction hasn't officially started on the Obama Center yet, but Kyana Butler said her rent nearby already went up.
I had to move out because they had increased it by like $150.
Butler is an example of what a recent UIC report found. Investments in rental properties are leading to higher rents that could force longtime residents out.
Am I excited about the Obama Presidential Center coming? I am excited about it, and I want people to know that. But I also want people to know that I've already been pushed out of my home. After the announcement of the Obama Center, the prices in the neighborhood was already starting to grow up. That was about my second year in there.
The president himself, he's like, too much development has never been a problem for the South Side.
The concern I have with respect to community benefit agreements in this situation is that it's not inclusive enough, because what particular organizations would end up speaking for everybody in that community?
They were having community meetings with the community leaders, and we like, did Obama come knock on your door yet?
Brock, you lived here for years. You're an organizer here, and this is the best your org could come up with? You know Chicago doesn't rock like this.
So it's disheartening for a lot of the elders to see somebody that they supported with everything in them just turn around and say, no, I'm not gonna give y'all a CBA and guarantee y'all that y'all gonna be able to stay in this neighborhood once my library comes. It was a spit in the face.
If you're disconnected from a community, I think it's easy to overlook that you could be wronging a community. So right now we're part of what will be part of the campus for the Obama Presidential Center. You know, Jackson Park is one of Chicago's oldest parks. We enjoy this park already. Folks actually use this place and use this space. And so Woodlawn has a lot of empty lots, right? 208 of those are city-owned. There are 700 other lots that are not city-owned, right? That are zoned for residential properties. We were asking that a third of that development be set aside for affordable housing.
So essentially we're on this city-owned lot today in our tents because this is what the city is going to look like if we do not get that ordinance passed. If we don't focus on affordable housing, people are going to be in the streets. People are already being displaced.
It's like COVID came and it laid bare all of the systems that we had been shouting about. More people in Chicago, and especially on the South Side, are really close to being out if they miss a paycheck. And then George Floyd happened and the country blew up.
We're demanding a rent freeze! We're demanding affordable housing and housing for all!
We are demanding the defunding of the police. The $1.8 billion that is for our people, that is for our communities, that is for homeless services and affordable housing.
The continuous displacement of Black communities is absolutely violent against Black folks.
Those same people that don't have the affordable housing are the same people that have to walk miles to school, that had their schools closed. It's the same people getting brutalized by the police. People's backs are breaking under the pressure.
You are not listening to the people you are accountable to, and you about to lose your job.
On the 22nd is the city council meeting, and they will be proposing the ordinance, and hopefully it will pass city council. We know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. And also we know that like what happens in Woodlawn will ultimately set the tone for what happens across the rest of the city.
For people that are suffering through the displacement, just know that we are still fighting for you guys. We won't stop fighting until we get what we want. The fight won't end until we get what we want. And if they keep giving us water, we keep giving them rain.
You can't just roll over Chicagoans, right? You think you can, but in every neighborhood, folks will raise hell until you do right by them.